Well, hello there and good day. Thank you for joining me. I'm Frost PDP, and today on the Dragon Ball Diatribe, we're talking about Dragon Ball Super episode 102. And we're going to go into a little bit of depth here, but I wanted to point out one thing right off the bat. Universe 6 has two Namekians in it. That's right, two Namekians. That suggests there's going to be some sort of Piccolo showdown. Maybe he'll get some more voices in his head. Oh wait, they don't do that in the canon show, do they? Darn. I want to take a quick minute and just go over our notes for this episode. And it really breaks down into two scenes. There's the magical girl transformation sequence, which is a motif of anime that is famous from Sailor Moon. It's really world famous. You've probably seen it before. And we're going to go over the fight between Android 17 and Kakunsa, because that was an interesting fight, and it actually had a lot of subtle messaging in it that I want to talk about. What do you mean by the magical girl transformation sequence? Let's think for a second here. Thank us after the tournament, says Android 18 as she hops over some magical pimp. This stuff is best done up high, says Brienne de Chateau. And they go into this lovely flowers type of transformation, and everyone's complaining about it because this is Dragon Ball, right? Why are we looking at something from another anime? I mean, look, they're singing songs, they're transforming, but this sequence is famous in a sense. This sort of thing is an important anime Japanese cultural phenomenon. To exclude it would almost be not sacrilegious, but certainly irreverent. I really look at this as a case of they did something right here. They even turn around and make you feel guilty about interrupting it. I mean, you know, because Android 17 fucking blasted the shit out of them. Like, hey, is that everyone still alive? But that's because he's a badass. Number 17, did you just do that, asks Goku? Or wide open. Is there a problem? Yeah, they were going to transform, and somehow Goku thinks this is a good thing. Look, it's going to talk about motifs in anime. This is one of them. Dragon Ball Z allowing people to power up and transform at will. I think Dragon Ball Z Abridged made fun of that. So what else do I want to do? I want to give my man... Well, that's true. The girls do this kind of love attack. So some love reach you. What a foul odor, says Frieza accurately. Because this is a fucking poison gas. It's a love bomb. And if the heroes fall to it, then they're going to be weak. They're going to be vulnerable. But what's more... Look who it is, it's Roshi! His training with Poir has paid off. So that's a character achievement, right? All of a sudden, you have Roshi basically just being a hero in overcoming his own weaknesses, even if he's still kind of a scrub. And, you know, he wears the most interesting outfits for a guy who fights. Now, moving right along, I do want to talk about one more thing. Vegeta. Vegeta's a badass too. He's about to fight Brienne. Brienne? That's Brienne of Tarth. This is Re-Brienne. And there's just a moment in this scene that I just have to capture for you, if I can. If I can click the mouse at the right time. Oh no. That's like a fucking avatar. Look at the pressies. That's like something you would see out of One Punch Man. Like some change of mood in the middle of like, oh, I can't do this. Or, oh, it's coupon day. Like, that's just perfect. And I won't talk about the China fist. No. That's a thing. I promise you. The China fist. Now, granted, you could look at this like it's a Chinese style of fighting. Or, China, that sounds like something else. Little adult joke for you. But, look at this chick. Kakunsa, a warrior with the instincts of a wild animal. Who's she fighting? She's a hunter who graciously takes down any prey she lays eyes upon. And she's mad at Android 17. I mean, oh boy, is she mad at him. But wait a minute, what's that on his wristband? Ranger, he's a park ranger. You get a little nature versus machine narrative here. This is a woman who fights with the stamina of a wild animal. Kind of like Yamcha if you think about it. But it doesn't end well for her because, barriers are a thing. And barriers are very nice things to have when you have them. As this particular android does. She's the prey. Now this is not like a one-punch ending fight. If you thought the fight would be over after that, this guy laying flat on his ass is kind of a sign of how that went. Oh wait, maybe not. He's just kind of playing around, isn't he? I actually like this kind of attitude. He's like, yeah, you want some help? Yeah, because they're the team. It's the two androids. But he thought about the animals back on the island and got sloppy. This is another form of characterization. This is a chance for you to see really that the character of 17 has grown. At least he remembers where he's from and he's giving it some effort now. He's like, hey, I have to, fight. By the way, do you hear that music? That music is from the Android 17 trailer. It was the music that they used when they tried to promote Android 17 a long time ago, and I made a video about this at the time. Oh, look, perfect timing. Yep, and he even squished his own Kaioshin. Or she even squished her own Kaioshin. What can I say? I record live. Listen, here's how it goes, right? By remembering his past and then thinking about using that as fuel, it gives him the sense of achievement, kind of like Roshi had earlier in the episode. And we're getting that music of Android 17 because it seems to me that Toei is maybe not trying to sell us Android 17 as a long-term character, but is trying to at least give us something that, like, hey, we've been waiting to see what this guy will do. Now we're actually seeing what he'll do. Will his sister match up? I hope so. She's kind of more awesome than him, in my opinion. But, you know how this ends. He does some pretty cool stunt, and it's up loud. That's right, it's approved. And I approved of this episode. I thought it was one of the best in Super. Honestly, I really do believe that it was good. I know it's got some annoying things. I know that making you see Hellas get animated the same way 3 or 4 times is frustrating. I know that they do some anime recycling when they redo the entire first half of their sequence. But it's allowed because they seem to have spent that time developing good plot writing and animating a pretty good episode. That's my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think. I really do read them. I will respond. Please leave a like if you enjoy this episode. It lets me know what you're watching. It really does make me feel good. It helps this channel grow. And if you didn't like this episode, well, leave a dislike. It's your call. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Hopefully I'll get to do this more often, but I really have to be inspired. And this episode was inspirational, if anything else. And as always on this channel, La Paz.